Hi there guys, I hope you are having a good day. Now, the WBC have confirmed that Dillian Whyte has taken legal action against them because of his long overdue mandatory situation. Now, the WBC cannot comment on it too much, they can't say anything because obviously it is private and confidential. So, Dillian Whyte will be taking legal action against the WBC and we don't know what will happen at the moment, but obviously the reason why is because Dillian Whyte needs his opportunity at Tyson Fury or Deontay Wilder, whoever has the belt, in February 2021. But still, that was put back a year beyond when he should have got his opportunity. It should have been May this year. So Dillian Whyte has been made to wait longer than he should have anyway. And that was all down to an adverse finding from a UCAD drug test in Dillian Whyte's fight between him and Oscar Rivas, which the WBC don't even recognise UCAD, they recognise VADA. So Dillian Whyte passed all of his VADA tests, but he had an adverse finding on a UCAD test, which again, the WBC do not recognise. They recognise VADA, and he passed all of those tests. So what right do they have to suspend Dillian Whyte and put his mandatory position back by a year? Why? Because he was found not guilty as well. He has that in writing from UCAD. Dillian Whyte is not guilty. He's a clean fighter. So what right do they have to then put his mandatory position back by a year? Why? What for? What did he do wrong? Nothing. It's been proven. So it's clear the WBC have some sort of agenda against Dillian Whyte, and now Dillian Whyte's calling him on it. That's the right thing to do. That's what Dillian Whyte should be doing. He's well within his rights to call out the WBC and say, where is my opportunity? I have paid sanctioning fee after sanctioning fee on minor belts of the WBC and still not have had his opportunity. So why not? He deserves his opportunity as much as anyone. And Dillian Whyte taking legal action against the WBC was coming. It's long overdue. In fact, I think Dillian Whyte should have done it earlier. But obviously he was showing respect to the belt, showing respect to Maurizio Sulaiman. But ultimately now, what is he going to do? Now there's talk of Tyson Fury fighting Anthony Joshua instead of fighting his mandatory. So what is Dillian Whyte supposed to do? Just sit quietly and wait? No, he can't do that. He's 32 years old. He is in his prime. He's not going to get any better now. So if they make him wait another year, then what's he supposed to do in that time? Fight Alexander Povetkin maybe? Fight Andy Ruiz Jr.? And while yes, they are big fights, but they are not world title fights. Dillian Whyte wants to be world champion. That is his ambition. That was his ambition when he got into boxing. So it's all very well having these big fights, which Dillian Whyte is, but it's not world title fights and he wants to be world champion. And the fights he is in are worthy of world title fights. So why not have a world title on the line? Why not get his mandatory position? Because Dillian Whyte will fight anyone. He won't duck no fighter. He'll get in the ring with anyone in the heavyweight division. And while yes, we all want to see undisputed, we all want to see Anthony Joshua versus Tyson Fury, but the right thing to do is for Dillian Whyte to have his opportunity first because he's waited so long. So who's to say that Dillian Whyte isn't the one who goes into undisputed with Anthony Joshua? This is boxing, heavyweight boxing, anything can happen. So Dillian Whyte needs his opportunity before that happens because there is a rematch, meaning that if Dillian Whyte doesn't get his opportunity before that, then he'll have to wait another year. So Dillian Whyte is doing the right thing by getting this sorted now, not waiting until that fight is going ahead, not waiting until that fight is announced and agreed, and there is a date and venue for Tyson Fury versus Anthony Joshua, which again, we do all want to see. But do we not want to see Dillian Whyte get his opportunity? I think we do. I mean, we all are in agreement that he deserves that opportunity at the WBC World title, more so than anyone. Now, WBC President Maurizio Sulaiman has told Sky Sports this. There is a procedure with regards to the date of a mandatory in the heavyweight division. Upon direct advice of the WBC Legal Counsel, I am not in a position to discuss any further. So it is kind of clear who that is. That's obviously Dillian Whyte because he's a mandatory and interim WBC World Champion. And while yes, he is interim WBC World Champion, but he wants a chance at the world title. He wants to fight Tyson Fury. He was chasing Deontay Wilder for years, but still didn't get his opportunity. They put number 4, Dominic Brazil, ahead of number 1, Dillian Whyte, which is just bonkers. And now that Anthony Joshua and Tyson Fury seem to have agreed financial terms for their fight next year, Dillian Whyte must get it sorted that he has his opportunity first, because he has been forced to wait a year longer than he was supposed to be fighting for the WBC World title. So his opportunity is well overdue. So Dillian Whyte has no other option but to take legal action against the WBC and make sure that he has that fight first, because you can guarantee once dates are announced and venues are announced, there'll be no going back. Dillian Whyte will have to wait another year before he gets his opportunity. And I mean, that being said, we don't even have a date for Tyson Fury versus Deontay Wilder 3. So when's that going to happen? November, December? That means that Dillian Whyte wants his fight in February. That's when he's supposed to get his opportunity. No one's fighting in February if they're fighting in November, December. So that means, when is Dillian Whyte going to get his opportunity? Are the WBC going to make that a priority? Because they should. He's mandatory. If there was any other governing body that had a mandatory in February and their champion was fighting in November, December, and then they couldn't fight in February, they'd strip them. Look at the IBF. That's what they do. If they cannot give their mandatory the opportunity, they'll strip the champion. Because let's have it right, Deontay Wilder is not ranked number 1. He is not mandatory. He is now a voluntary for Tyson Fury. Whether it's in a contract that they must fight, that is not binding with the WBC. That is binding between both fighters. Meaning that it's a voluntary defense. And Dillian Whyte is mandatory. Mandatory will come before a voluntary. It should always be that way. So these plans to put Tyson Fury in with Deontay Wilder in November, December, a voluntary defense, and then not be able to fight as mandatory in February 2021, then go into a fight with Anthony Joshua, that's just not right. No other governing body would do that. Not even the WBC would do that with anyone else. Why are they doing it with Dillian Whyte? Dillian Whyte has done everything that is asked of him. Now, the WBC did say that Tyson Fury is contracted and obligated to fight Deontay Wilder for a third fight. Yes, he is. But is the WBC contracted and obligated to have that fight happening? Do they have to do that? No, they shouldn't be. There's no reason why the WBC should have any legal obligation to make sure that fight happens. Their obligation is to make sure a mandatory has their opportunity when they are number 1. And they give that mandatory a date, February 2021. That must be the date. And they have no excuse not to. So the WBC have no leg to stand on when it comes to a legal case with Dillian Whyte. If Dillian Whyte wants his opportunity in February 2021, there's nothing they can do to stop him. Because what are they going to do? Go against their own rules? So while I don't think that Dillian Whyte will get his opportunity before Deontay Wilder has the third fight with Tyson Fury, I do believe that he can enforce his position in February 2021. Anyway, guys, what are your thoughts on this? Dillian Whyte has taken legal action against the WBC, finally. Maybe now they will start showing him some respect. Anyway, guys, drop your thoughts in the comments below, leave a thumbs up, and subscribe if you are new. Thanks, guys.